I'm Sean Reilly from Wilmington, Delaware, here to sing the songs of Frank Sinatra for our Valentine's Day weekend. Hit it. You make me feel so young. You make me feel like spring has sprung. Every time I see you grin, I'm such a happy individual. The moment that you speak, I want to go and play hide and seek. I want to go and bounce that moon just like a toy balloon. You and I are just like a couple of tots running around the meadow, picking up lots of forget-me-nots. You make me feel so young. You make me think there are songs to be sung, bells to be rung, wonderful fling to be flung. And even when I'm old and gray, I'm gonna feel the way I do today, 'cause you make me feel so young. And even when I'm old and gray, I'm gonna feel the way I do this dear day, 'cause you make me feel so young. You make me feel so young. You make me feel so young. Ooh, you make me feel so young. Thank you. Here's one of my favorite love songs. Not very popular, but it's one of my favorites because it says it all. The other way around, someone's in love with you. Well, your eyes are blue, your kisses too. I never knew what they could do. I can't believe that you're in love with me. You are telling everyone I know I'm on your mind each place you go. They can't believe that you're in love with me. I have always placed you far above me, but I just can't imagine that you would love me. And after all is said and done, think that I'm the happy one. I can't believe that you're in love with me. I have always placed you way up there above me. Just could never imagine that you would love me. And after all is said and done, think that I'm the lucky one. I can't believe that you're in love. Can't believe that you're in love. Can't believe that you're in love with me. Oh yeah, I can't believe it, baby. And here's a great tune. 1936. Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers movie. The song is still hot. Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. Yes, you are lovely with your smile so warm and your cheeks so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you and the way you all look tonight. With each word, your tenderness grows, tearing my fears apart. And that laugh, how it wrinkles your nose, touches my foolish heart. Lovely, don't you ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you and the way you look tonight. That laugh, how it wrinkles your nose, it touches my foolish heart. Lovely, well, don't you ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you and the way you look tonight. Just the way you look tonight. In 1937, there was a movie called Babes in Arms that starred, for the first time together, Judy Garland and Mickey Rooney. Come on, kids, let's put on a show. It was a great movie, and all the big standards were in it. This may have been one of the most famous, and it's very apropos for this holiday. My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, so unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak? When you open it to speak, are you smart? So don't change your hair for me, not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine, stay. Each day is Valentine's Day. Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart? But don't change your hair for me. Not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine, stay. Each day is Valentine's Day. Morning time and evening time and anytime I love you. "1966, Frank Sinatra's on top of the world, making all kind of records, trying to reach the young kids. He's having a tough time with them, but his daughter comes in with her white boots, and in 15 minutes she's got 5 hits. So he says, I think I better do a song with her. And this is what they did. It's one of the sweetest songs, and it says, I love you. I know I stand in line until you think you have the time to spend an evening with me. And if we go someplace to dance, I know that there's a chance you won't be leaving with me. Then afterwards we drop into a quiet little place and have a drink or two. And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like I love you. I can see it in your eyes that you despise those same old lies you heard the night before. And though it's just a line to you, for me it's true and never seemed so right before. I practice every day to find some clever lines to say that make meaning come through. But then I think I'll wait until the evening is late and I'm alone with you. The time is right, your perfume fills my head, the stars get red and all the night's so blue. And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like I love you. The time is right, your perfume fills my head, the stars get red and all the nights they're so blue. And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. There's a song called Fly Me to the Moon. It was originally called In Other Words, but Peggy Lee said, change it for what it's really called. So that's why they stuck with the first line as the title. Frank had not recorded this song, but it had been done by hundreds of other artists. In fact, it was originally written as a waltz. Hard to believe. But when Frank did it, he got Quincy Jones and he got Count Basie, and they made the definitive version of this. Best part of this song is 1969. 3 guys in a tin can going up to that big piece of cheese in the sky. 2 get out and get to another tin can, and they orbit the moon. Now, Neil Armstrong had snuck on a cassette tape. And cassette decks were made pretty much for NASA because they could fit nice and tight. And a little piece of plastic had a lot of information. So nobody knew that Neil did this. He pops that tape out and he puts in this tape. As Buzz and Neil are orbiting the moon, Frank Sinatra's voice is the first song in space. I don't know what Buzz did, but probably something like this. Hit it. Fly me to the moon, let me play among those stars, and let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song, let me sing forevermore. You're all that I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. Yeah, baby, in other words, I love you. Forevermore, because you're all that I long for, all I worship, dig and adore. In other words, please be true. Yeah, in other words, I love. In the mid-'60s, Frank was having a little tough time reaching some of the younger kids in the world who were buying all the records. So he hired a young guy who had produced some of the rock and roll stars of that day, named Jimmy Bowen. And he wanted him to make Frank's hit, That's Life, a big song. And they did. But here's how that went. So Frank goes in and he goes to record the song and he knocks it out. And he says, that's going to be a big hit. And he's leaving. And he hears, hey, Frank, what do you want? We want you to come on back. What for? We want you to do it again. Frank says, I've been doing this 30 years. I know that's going to be a hit. Use it. Hey, Frank, if you walk, I walk. So that really upset Frank that he put a lot of money in for this young guy, and he's going to walk if Frank walks. So Frank reluctantly comes back and makes everybody get back on the bandstand. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's knock this out. Now, when you hear the original version of That's Life, listen to the beginning, because that growl that Sinatra produces is the most sincere thing he ever recorded in his life. And you'll get a kick out of it. Let's try it. Yeah, I want to tell you, that's life. That's what all those people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But I know I'm gonna change that tune when I'm back on top in June. I said that's life, and as funny as it might seem, some people get their kicks stomping on a tree, but I won't let it get me down, 'cause this final world, it keeps spinning around. I've been a puppet, a poet, a pirate, a pauper, a pawn and a king. I've been up and down and over and out, but I know one thing, each time I find myself flat on my face. I pick myself up and get back in the race. That's life, and I'll tell you I can't deny it. Many times I thought I'd cut out, but my heart won't buy it. And if I didn't think it was worth one single try, I'd hop on that big bird and then I'd fly. I've been a puppet, a poet, a pirate, a pauper, a pawn and a king. I've been up, down, over and out. But I know one thing, each time I find myself flat on my face, I pick myself up and get back in the race. That's life, and I can't deny it. Many a time I thought I'd quit, baby, but my heart won't buy it. So if there's nothing shaking come this here July, I'm gonna roll myself up in a big ball and die. In 1969, Frank had been recording and performing a long time. He was going to quit, take some time off, retire, but he just took a couple of years off. But he wanted a big song to go out on and have it the name of the album and make it spectacular. And his friend, everybody knows Paul Anka, took this French popular song, contemporary, and rewrote the words and gave it to Frank, which endeared him to Frank forever. Now, Frank would say, "We will now do the Italian national anthem, but you needn't rise." And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friends, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I am certain. I've lived a life that's full. I have traveled each and every byway and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do, and I saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I stood tall through it all and did it my way. I've loved, I've laughed, I've cried, I've had my fill, my share of losing. And now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the word of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. My way. 1974. Liza Minnelli and Robert De Niro make this movie called New York, New York. The movie stunk, but it had a couple of good tunes, including, of course, one that we know very well. But here's a couple of things about that. Robert De Niro asked the writers of that song to come in and perform it for them so they could hear what it was going to be like. And it's not the one that we know. It was another version. And this is Kander and Ebb, and they did Chicago and a whole bunch of other plays. They know what they're doing, and they play it for Robert De Niro. And he goes, I don't like it. Now, it's not this New York that we know. It's another one. I've never heard the one. But he says, I don't like it. I'm trying to do my best Bobby here. I don't like it. I don't like it. Well, Mr. De Niro, we think this is going to be a hit. We've been doing this 30 years. You do. You got money in this movie? No, I got money in this movie. You take that and throw it out and write a new one. Now, Robert De Niro can't read a note of music, and he just changed musical history because that song will always be played New Year's Eve in Times Square. Oh, they tried that Jay-Z song once, and that was 4 times too many. Frank wanted to really go out with another big hit, and at the age of 65, he was going to have it with this song. Now, when Liza did it, it was very karaoke kind of stuff, but Frank knew he could spit this out and own it. So he took it around the country for 11 months before he recorded it. Most of the time, you record a song and then take it on tour. He did it in reverse, so he could get all those nuances that this song is just packed with. He wanted to get it just right because he knew he was going to have the biggest song in his career at the age of 65. Here's the best story. Liza Minnelli is sitting in Yankee Stadium with a friend. The game is over, and she hears her version, doot, 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 come over. And she says, listen, they're playing my song. And her friend says, well, that's only because the Yankees lost. She said, what? He says, yeah. When they win, they play Frank's. When they lose, they play yours. So that was the last time I'm sure Liza Minnelli was in Yankee Stadium. Hit it. Thank you for your time today. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Here's the greatest love song for the greatest city in the world. Start spreading the news. I am leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes, they are longing to stray right through that very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep, to find I'm king of a hill, top of the heap. These Wilmington blues, they are melting away. I'm gonna make a brand new start of it. in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make anywhere. It's up to you. New York, New York. In New York, New York, I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep, to find I'm a number one, top of the list, king of the hill at the top of the heap. These little town blues, they are melting away. Well, I am gonna make myself a brand new start of it, back there in old New York. And if I can make it there, I am gonna make it anywhere. It's up to you. New York, New York, New York. Thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sean Reilly. Have a good night.